to the IT Journey channel. Please subscribe and give a like if you find this video useful. In today's session, we are going to look at Azure Boards. So this tool has almost all the things that a project manager, a Scrum Master needs for planning and tracking work across the development team. So it's basically used for planning and tracking of work. Some companies use it as a ticketing system where they have their work items assigned and then tracked across the product cycle. All right, so let's start getting into the Azure Boards. If we come on this tab, we can see that we have work items, we have boards, we have backlog, we have sprints, we have queries and delivery plans and analytics. So in our use case scenario here, let's say we have the company, part of the company's modernization effort, we want to move from, let's say, a 2012 server to a 2022. So using Azure Boards, we can and we'll be using that to track all the work items that will be needed for that migration. Using work items here under boards, we can create an epic or a feature which is more like a blueprint that all other tasks are going to flow from. The work item here gives us the ability to start adding more work or more tasks for our migration. So to begin, let's create an epic and go by name of our epic is modernization of IT Journey app. Let's save that. So once we have our epic, once we have a high level work, we can start adding work items that we are going to be completing. So then you start thinking about it. Okay, if we want to modernize our app, what do we need? We want to migrate it from 2012 to 2022. What do we need? Then you start thinking, okay, we need to provision some new service. You create a new item, and then in your task, it's going to be a child to the epic. Then you come provision new service. It's going to be your task here. All right, then you start brainstorming. So once the server is provisioned, what do I need to do to add to my work? Then you can come here and start adding more work items. Create a new work items, and then you can talk about server configuration. Yeah. And then once you have that, then once the server has been provisioned, once I have configured all my server, what do I need to do? Okay, I need to deploy code to the environment. So you can do, we want to deploy code here. And once the code is deployed, what do I need to do next? I probably have to test to make sure everything is looking good. Testing. As created under your epic, you still have the chance to come down under these tasks and create work items for each task. So for example, under our deploy code, we can come here and then create a new work item under that and say deploy to test environment. Okay. And on the same page, we can do deploy to production. Right, so using the work items under boards or using boards, we've been able to create tasks, and we've been able to structure our tasks and plan them based on how we are going to complete our modernization effort. So now that we have all our work items created, this is a high level overview of the work items. I know there is more, but this is just for this tutorial. We can go to our backlog to see a breakdown of all the work items. So if we come here, we do see that we have the feature, which is the modernization of the IT app, journey app, and then we have our task, and then the one that we had separate tasks for, we do have them here, right? So if I want to start provisioning the new service, I can come to this task and then say I'm doing that. A quick recap of what we did today. Today we looked at the Azure boards. We looked at work items on the Azure boards, how we can create an epic, how we can create multiple tasks under an epic, how we can break down our work items into chunks and accomplish them. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos on Azure DevOps. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up if you find this video useful.